I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
There I am. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another GTL podcast stream live commentary. We've got Stan the Animal WAWRINKA versus Alexander BUBLIK today from Rotterdam. Local time is 7:30 p.m. I am over here on the west coast of North America. It's 10:30 a.m. for me. Thank you all for joining me. And if you are new, please give us a like, give us a subscribe. We're trying to hit 100,000 target is our subscription target for YouTube. Hope you're having a great day. I am just checking out this stream. The players have just made it onto the court. We're doing a coin toss right now. So in a second, we'll get into some predictions. Let's see, they're head to head here. So this is interesting. All three matches have taken place in the last 10 months. Bublik has won 2 of them. However, one of them was a retirement from Wawrinka after just 3 games. So you could say it's 1 each, kind of, in a sense. But yeah, the latest one was at the United Cup. Wawrinka won in a couple of sets, straight sets victory there. Before that, they played, where'd they play in? Where is this? Oh, they played in Metz. That was a hard court as well. That was the one where Wawrinka retired. And then they also played Monte Carlo on clay. Bublik won that one 2-1. So Wawrinka has won this tournament. In 2015, he won it. And then also in 2019, he went to the finals and lost to Gael Monfils, who was only one of 3 players to win this tournament twice. Roger Monfils. Who was the other one? I forgot. Anyways, let's see who's in the chat. We've got Kathy in the house. Kathy, hello, welcome. Great to have you. How are you doing? Let me know. I'm going to do some predictions in a second, but the players are still warming up, so we'll get to that in just a second. Let's see here. What was the other one I was thinking of? Who was the other? Oh, it was an older player. I had it on my phone, but I'm streaming from my phone. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm streaming with my iPhone today, and the quality of the stream is so good. It's like 10 times better than this webcam that I purchased to do this. So if anyone got iPhone Apple products and you want to do some streaming, use your phone. It's better than any webcam out there. All right, and I also got some pretty cool news, and I'll mention it later because it looks like there's only a few people in right now, but I will be doing a weekly segment called Cubby's Corner. Yeah, so that's very exciting. That's gonna start next Monday, a week from today. I'll be doing kind of like a weekly segment of kind of what's going on in the world of tennis, and also do some match analysis and things that we all love. So hopefully you'll join me starting next Monday. And yeah, what else is going on? Kathy, does Bublik have any rackets left to play with? I'm not sure if he brought his rackets over from the last tournament where he smashed 3 in about 35 seconds. Yeah, this guy's volatile, huh? Look at Sean. Bublik has 1 racket like me now. You can see I got 2 rackets. I got 1 there, and I got 1 there. It's always weird because I'm doing this the opposite way. Boom, there's the handle. I swear those are rackets. Yeah, Bublik's had a tough start to the year. 0-7 matches. He's played 7 matches to start the year, and he has 0 victories. Very, very tough start for this guy. He's a very volatile player. When he's on, he's on. He's got a huge serve. He actually reminds me quite a bit of Kyrgios. Great hands for volleys, huge serve, very volatile, capable of smashing rackets or yelling. But when their game is on, it's really tough to play. Hey, buongiorno, Lamberto, come stai? Buongiorno, Covey and GTL fam, said Lamberto. And then we got Josh Heinink saying you should do top 10 content. We just do what we have available to us, my friend. Right now, this is the I know it's a 130th player versus the number 50, but this is a pretty good matchup for a first round. So, but we definitely will be doing whenever we have top players playing, we do stream them as long as we have enough commentators. So always check out our website, our channel, and you'll always be seeing upcoming matches going on. Speaking of matches on YouTube, what are we at? Oh, 16 likes already, and the match hasn't even started. That's a good one. Thank you all. It looks we got 16 people in here too. So thank you to each and every one of you. In a second, we're going to get to predictions. So get those ready, everyone, in about in a couple minutes. Let's give it a couple minutes here. The player is just finishing the warm-up, and we'll get into it. Bublik just sitting down, getting his towel on his lap. I think they're about to announce the players here again, or not announce the players, announce the beginning of the match. Beautiful court. We've got the dark gray around the court, and the actual court itself is a light gray. It really pops off the screen. A really, really lovely looking court there. So nicely done there. The ABN AMRO Open in Rotterdam, where last year the Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime won his first title. He'd been in eight ATP finals before that. Looks like it's going. Oh, our man GSL is here. Hey, Covey. Hey, guys. We'll be here on and off. Do you have a personal rooting interest in Bublik or Wawrinka? Personally, I do not. Oh, match is starting here. So let's just get some predictions. I'm going to press this button. And then let me know right after I press this button, folks. All right, predictions. So I'm going to go ahead and say Wawrinka is going to take this in a couple of sets. He did beat Bublik at the United Cup in straight sets on outdoor hard. This is indoor hard. But yeah, I think, Bublik just hasn't had a great start to the year. So that's why I'm going with that one. All right, so we got Stan serving, and he goes serve +1 here at 15 love, and the forehand is wide. So we're 15 all here in game number 1. Sean saying, can Sinner go back-to-back with tournaments? I think he can. Let's see. I think he's definitely capable. Sinner is the real deal, in my opinion. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player for the next decade plus. And I'm still up in the air whether I think he's going to win a major this year, because I do think he has the tools. He is an effortless mover on grass, and he took Novak to 5 sets on center court at Wimbledon, which is not an easy thing to do. Here we go, serving 30-15. Stan out wide, nice serve, +1 to the forehand cross court winner, 40-15. Yeah, so that's my answer there. We got Ankur Kotoki saying 2-1 Wawrinka, +35. Let's go. Love it. Thanks, Ankur. GSL, I should match Lamberto by saying bonjour. Or since I'm in Florida, I should just say hey, y'all. All are accepted. Oh, beautiful forehand cross-court winner from Stan the Man. Takes a 1-love lead. No game to love, but it was a nice game to start the match there. So some of the old elder statesmen having good beginnings to the year. We had Wawrinka. We had is playing pretty well. We had Murray with a couple of 5-setters in Australia. And yeah, so there's another one that I actually put a bunch of notes on my phone, which I normally kind of check while I'm on the stream. But I found out recently, as I mentioned earlier, that my iPhone is a way better streaming camera than any actual streaming camera webcam you can buy. So a lot of my notes are stuck on there and I don't have them. So there we go. All right, Kathy saying depends on which Bublik shows up, but I take Stan. Yeah, that's pretty much, when he's on, he is on. And Kathy saying in regards to Sinner, he's 20, of course he can go back to back. Yeah, for sure. Lamberto saying bonjour to Gary. And we've got Adel in the house. Hey, Covey and GTL predicting Stan the Man winning in 3. All right. Thank you for the prediction, Adel. And hey, hit that like button if you haven't yet. And appreciate you joining us here in the chat and in the stream. Nice backhand return from Stan here off the Bublik serve. Now we got a backhand to backhand rally. Backhand slice Bublik. Forehand cross court from Stan is wide. So 30 love Bublik. Nice start to his service game here. So our man Bublik is he's running the same play that what's her name? Oh my God, Rybakina. They both are born in Russia, but they both currently are representing Kazakhstan. Another big serve here at 30 love for Bublik. It comes back unreturned, so 40 love, and we are looking like we might have our first game to love. Let's see. Got some buttons that we could press too. First serve is long. Here's the second serve from Bublik. Trying to wrap this game up with a nice second serve in there. And his backhand, Bublik's, goes long on the second shot there. So no game to love, 40-15 here for the Kazakhstani. The Kazakh. I got to figure which one is correct. We got Movies Maxwell saying, a year ago I'd have Bublik in straights. Now I'm going Wawrinka in straights. How the turntables. Yep. How the turntables, my friend. Lamberto prediction, Stan in 3. Don't know what mental state Bublik in. A lot of very common comments here regarding Bublik. Oh, beautiful winner up the line there. Yeah, mentioning his volatility, and yeah, he's definitely that type of player. And like I said, he's 0-7 to start the year, which is honestly tough to do, but he is that. So yeah, I think everyone's kind of feeling that right now. All right, good game there from Bublik. We're tied at 1. Here comes Stan the Animal, serving at 1-all. We are on serve here early. Gary saying, wow, some of these indoor courts look like they're using a single Klieg light. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of funny. It's like everything beyond the court is pretty dark. The court itself is lit nicely as Bublik hits a backhand into the net. 15 love for WAWRINKA. Okay, Bublik is pointing to the crowd, and the umpire is saying to the crowd, please refrain from using flash photography during the point. So that's potentially something to watch for, because Bublik can get set off by these types of sort of instances. Now, Stan makes his way to the net on his +1. Bublik hits into the net, so 30 love WAWRINKA now. Lamberto, the two Kazakhstani trailblazers, Rybakina and Bublik, are two contrasting characters. Yes, absolutely. Rybakina is this very calm and stoic player. Beautiful serve. +1 is a volley out of the air. Bublik gets to it, but sails that long, so 40 love WAWRINKA. Yeah, you're right, Lamberto. You got the explosive Bublik. You got a guy who will come in with a 135-mile-an-hour serve, or then he'll do an underhand on the next one. And then you've got the very stoic Rybakina, who wins Wimbledon and looks like she just won a practice ball. Serve +1 easy there for Mr. WAWRINKA. Game to love. First one of the match. All right. There we go. So pretty routine start to the match here. Both players looking solid on serve. Yeah, enjoying. Let's see. Got a changeover. Let's see what's going on in other matches. So Richard Gasquet took out Pablo Carreño Busta 2-1 earlier in the day, and Grigor Dimitrov took out Aslan Karatsev straight sets. After this match, we got Goffin versus Barrère. Gosh, who did Barrère play in the last? Someone was mentioning that he did really well. Who did he play in the last tournament? It was in Montpellier, I believe. I forgot who he played. Anyway, someone was saying he's a player to watch, so it's someone I will be watching. We also have Delray Beach is going on. That is a hard court outdoor in Florida. And it says the first 3 matches were canceled. Isner, Wolf, Ivashka, Brooksby, Yibing, Wu, and Borges. I'm not sure what's going on there. But we do have Thompson of Australia is facing Dennis Kudla. And Thompson's up a set. And they're just starting set number 2 there. What else we got? Over in Qatar, in Doha, we got Mukova took out Trevisan straight sets. Kudermetova took out Krejcikova in 3. Azarenka took out Ipek Oz in straight sets. All right, here we go. Back in it over in Rotterdam. Bublik serving. First serve, just long. Tried to go up the tee. Where's the... It was 216 kilometers there. Second serve is good. Forehand return. Now we're going forehand to forehand. Bublik, forehand inside out. Backhand slice. Wawrinka, drop shot. Bublik, slice backhand from Wawrinka. He's at the net now. Now he has a drop shot. He goes cross court. Bublik gets to it and hits a winner cross court off of it. Nice little cat and mouse game point to start the game there. Yeah, brought Stan in and tried to pass Stan, but Stan went forehand volley cross court. Bublik catches up to it and hits a cross court forehand winner. Great point. Okay. First serve into the net. Very nice. Reminds me of Borat. Okay, Lamberto. That's what I like about Elena. Actually, one sec here. That second serve was in, and the return was long. So 30 love here real quick for Bublik. It's what I like about Elena. No big showing off or antics, just pure business and pure tennis. Yeah, same here. A huge fan of that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of those players who just lasered focused. Oh, that was just a hair wide. That looked like it was an ace up the tee, but it was not. Second serve coming up here at 30 love. Second serve is good. Forehand return, cross court wide. 40 love here for Bublik real quick. And Gasquet. He is the other one I was that I forgot to mention when I was talking about the elder statesman. I mentioned Murray. I mentioned Wawrinka. Gasquet as well is doing really well to start the year. He said, she says, where is Gasquet getting this burst of winning from? Like he's aging in reverse. Benjamin Button. Maybe it's the French water. Second serve from Bublik. Nice backhand slice return from Wawrinka. Bublik backhands that into the net. 40-15 now. Thank you, Jane. I figured that's what it was. I watched that match, actually. Yeah, I figured because they had to go from Dallas to Florida and then play another game. That would just be too much. So, yeah, that's thank you for that. Appreciate that. Hi, all. Just lurking. Good to see you, Cubby. Good to see you, Jane. And again, thanks for that information. Appreciate it. And hey, Jane, in case you haven't yet, if you're just joining us, hit that like button. Really, really appreciate it. So far, we're at 18, which is great because we only have 14 people watching. So people have been coming in, dropping their likes and leaving. Here we go. Wawrinka takes another point here. So 40-30 now. First serve is off the off the let cord and long. So here's the second serve. Oh, he went for like a first serve on the second, but Wawrinka blocks it back. Now we got a backhand slice, Bublik. Backhand up the line, Wawrinka. Forehand desperate slice there. Defensive. Nice defense from Bublik. Now Wawrinka up the line, forehand. Backhand slice from Bublik. Now Wawrinka, there's a lob over his head from Bublik, but it's wide and long. So Wawrinka gets it to deuce from love 40 down. Well, I guess 40 love down on the Bublik serve. So 3 straight points to force a deuce. Nice effort there from Stan. Look at Capricorn. Stan, we love you with the heart emoji. Sean, they like the stream so much that they had to leave. I don't know if that's good or bad. Wonderful out wide first serve. Comes back. That's an ace. It does not come back, I should say. Really, really nicely done there to stop a little 3-point barrage from Stan Wawrinka. Capricorn BG asking, Dimitrov thrashed or trashed Karatsev, huh? Yeah, 58 minutes, I believe. He only dropped 4 games in that one. Let me just double. Yeah, it was 6-1, 6-3. Yeah, only dropped 4 games in 58 minutes. And Bublik holds there, I should also mention. Nicely done after blowing a 40 love lead. And neither player's earned a button just yet, but I think we might see a button after this game. Who knows? Who knows? So I actually haven't seen these buttons, or at least in a while. First serve from Stan is just a hair wide up the tee. Second serve coming up at 2-all on serve in the first set. Second serve is good. Backhand up the middle. Backhand from WAWRINKA. Another backhand BUBLIK into the net. 15 love for Stan. Stanimal the animal. All right. Yeah, unbelievable. This guy hasn't... BUBLIK has not won a match since October 27th. So right before Halloween was the last time he won a match. All right, we got a forehand to forehand cross court. BUBLIK forehand, this time into the net. So 40 love now for WAWRINKA. Sorry, 30 love, I should say, for WAWRINKA. Looking routine so far in his service games. The BUBLIK button should have racket smashing memes. Yeah, he went a little crazy, didn't he? I mean, you know, you're number 50 in the world and you lose 7 matches in a row. That's got to hurt for sure. So I can understand the frustration. But yeah, that was definitely very severe. 3 of them, and I can't believe he didn't get. It was nice of the umpire for him. It was nice that they gave him the warning after all 3 instead of a warning after each one, because he probably would have lost points or even games. All right, 30-15 here. WAWRINKA first serve out wide is wide. Second serve. Serve is up. Nice out wide again, and the return is long. 40-15 here. Okay. Ace up the tee. There you go. 3-2. Nice hold for Stan. And I think that does warrant a button. Let's give it up for the animal.
The Stanimal. That backhand, it's incredible. That Swiss man's unforgettable. Cause Stan's the man of the Grand Slam. Comes with his master plan. Saying, gotta fear of him, it's rational. This guy, he is a cannibal. On the court, he acts like an animal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal.
He's the Stanimal. Oh, I like that. That's a good one. I haven't seen the BUBLIK button. At least, that's not true. Okay, so when I started on with GTL, I did go through all the buttons that were available, kind of like in my own time, off of being on a live broadcast. So I have seen pretty much most of them, but a lot of them I haven't seen since early November when I started. So they're kind of like watching it for the first time again. Jane is asking, it was on the match deciding tie break. No, it's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. I actually saw on Twitter the racket smash like 700 times, but I didn't actually look at the score. So I'm not sure. I will try and get that, but I'm not sure how I would find that information. But I'll see if I can maybe look it up on Twitter. Humberto, it's a cool button. Don't think I've seen it before. Okay. And Capricorn saying Pliskova played the qualifying rounds in Doha at WTF. Oh my God. Yeah, she played against Layla and she won her 3rd match. It was both their 3rd match as BUBLIK, good serve that comes back unreturned. 15 love here. Yeah, so it's really crazy. They had so many players playing 3 rounds of qualifying and some really high-end players. It's something you don't see very often for sure. Okay, first serve is long. Second serve coming up here from BUBLIK. There you go. Lamberto sharing, saying Capricorn, it's because Doha is that stacked. It's all top 50, 60 players. Yeah, so that's exactly it. They have so many good players that they kind of had to do I don't know, did they make it bigger than normal, or is that just how it goes? And so yeah, good players have to play qualies. And we got KC. According to Cam, Pliskova was ranked below 30 before the qualies draw came out, so it didn't make the main draw. There you go. Okay. Nice serve out wide. Comes back unreturned into the net. So that's BUBLIK up 40 love and looking again for the first game to love. Let's see. Can he do it? Will he let me press the button? First serve into the net. Here's a second serve. Nice second serve, backhand, slice return, and now a drop, backhand drop from BUBLIK. Stan gets to it. Now, BUBLIK with a desperation backhander, another overhead for Stan, another defensive lob from BUBLIK, and this time the third overhead is put away by Stan. So 40-15. Nice point. BUBLIK hit a really interesting... It wasn't like a tweener, but it was similar in that he was running the other way and hit like this backhand swatting sort of shot. And then he hit second overhead. Stan got that one, third overhead, and then Stan puts that away. So no game to love. Okay, serve comes back long. So 3-all here on serve. Let's give a little bit of love here now for Mr. BUBLIK.
BUBLIK, 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 BUBLIK.
That's another great button. I was like, after the third BUBLIK, I was like, how high is he going to hit that note? And it looks like it sounds like there's a little bit of auto-tune in there too. So nicely done, Ben. Okay, we got Capricorn asking, why is Saba skipping Doha? Oh, apologies for my dog. The mailman's here. Oh, just a little bit wide on the serve +1. Stan tried to go inside out forehand, but it was just a hair wide. So love 15. Let's see. Lamberto saying, really don't know Capricorn. Surely she's had enough time for the AO victory. Here we go. We got a backhand slice from WAWRINKA. Forehand, BUBLIK. He wicks away the net. Stan passes him, though. Cross-court forehand. Beautifully done. 15-all. Casey saying Saba doing a victory lap. Yeah, there you go. Maybe a case of Grand Slam blues not knowing how to schedule. It's been frequent for first-time slam winners in the past. Yeah, I could see, that's draining. And she won the tournament in Adelaide as well. So she basically, I think, what was it, 7 + 4 or 5? Either I think she went either 11 or 12 straight matches to win the year. So, I mean, she's played enough matches for the year, so it's not like she's falling behind. But I think she'll probably get out there pretty soon. Yes, Ben does have a versatile voice. Absolutely. Ooh, we got Lulu Dante saying, hope BUBLIK lifts his first Grand Slam in Paris. That's quite a prediction if you're going with that. I mean, he's a big serving player. I'm not sure if I see him doing that, but hey, it would be, I guess it looks like you would be happy if he does. Here we go, forehand to forehand now. We got forehand BUBLIK, forehand WAWRINKA. This time it's into the top part of the net. He tried to go up the line, and it's 30-all here. So WAWRINKA, the closest thing to facing pressure so far. Only 30-all here, but here we go. First serve here at 30-all is good. Oh, it's an ace out wide. Beautiful serve. He took pace off of it, but the placement was beautiful. Very nicely done. We got Gary's posing a question to everyone. Just one sec, I'll after this serve. So 40-30 first serve is good out wide. Chip return and a beautiful inside out cross court winner. WAWRINKA holds for 4-3. We are on serve. All right, we got a little break here. So, changeover. GSL says, here's a question for everyone. Emma gets so much grief for her mediocre results tournament after tournament. Why does Layla basically get a pass? Personally, I have no issue with either. I'm going to go ahead and say some of it has to do with the fact that Emma ended up winning the US Open. So I think the standard is a little bit higher for her. Also, Layla. Yeah, Layla's definitely had some, I don't want to say disappointing. I feel like the word disappointing gets used for Emma, but not for Layla. Like for Layla, it's like, oh, she's improving, she's getting better. And with Emma, it's because she's already reached the top of the mountain once. Everyone just kind of thinks like, okay, it's going to happen again. So, yeah, I really don't know why that is, but I definitely feel the same thing that you're saying, Gary, that Layla does get a pass in that sense. And then Capricorn, yeah. So that's what I was kind of, because I know Bublik doesn't he even like not like it, like doesn't he not even want to play on it? That's why I was a little curious about that comment. I mean, the similarities between Bublik and Kyrgios are actually quite a few. Lamberto saying, GSL, oh my god, I've been saying this for ages. Great minds think alike. I agree with you here, Capricorn. Layla has been more solid for sure. She has. She won that one tournament in Mexico twice. Those are her only titles. But yeah, I think overall she's had better results. And I believe the rankings speak for that as well. Casey, this is a good one. People don't feel they need to take Layla down a notch. Yeah, I could see that. There's definitely a certain sentiment towards, with Emma, everyone's like, always changing coaches, always getting injured, blisters here and this there. And so she's definitely had a lot of like non-tennis baggage, whereas Layla seems more like she's just about the tennis. And I'm not saying Emma's not just about the tennis. I'm sure as a personally she is, but the way that we all are seeing her with the media and the fact that she's been a winner of a Grand Slam, I think those all are factors in there. All right, 15 all here. Bublik backhand makes his way to the net, drop shot or a volley there, and then Wawrinka tries to do like a stab lob, desperation, but that goes long. So Bublik's up 30-15 on serve. Sean with a good comment. That's the only downside of winning. People enjoy your downfall. Yeah, for sure. Lulu Dante, Yannick player, good player. Yannick Sinner, good player to see. I agree. He's one of my favorite players to watch. I could watch that guy strike tennis balls all day long. Oops. Oh, Casey, that makes sense. And Capricorn, not sure any stats bear that out, except that she won in Mexico last year. Oh, let cord. And a drop shot off the let cord from Bublik. Stan gets to it. And then Bublik hits one up the line. I thought that was in, but it was called out. Bublik's, it was out by just the thinnest of margins. So a couple of cool cat and mouse points. So Bublik goes backhand up the line. Then Stan goes cross court, goes off the let cord. Bublik gets to it at the net, but drops it. Then Stan gets to the drop shot, goes cross court. Bublik gets to that, and it looks like he gets it up the line, but it's just wide. Really good point. There's been a few great points from these two. So here we are, 30 all. First serve is a let, so another first serve coming up. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so Layla's just a little bit more solid for sure since that US Open final that they were both at. So. And so Capricorn mentioning the coaching carousel that Emma was on last year. I really wish that she'd kind of just stayed with the coach that got her there. Her coach also got her to the fourth round of Wimbledon in her first ever time there. I mean, but, I read an interesting article regarding Emma Raducanu and and Carlos Alcaraz, because Alcaraz has had he's the opposite when it comes to coaching. He's had like the most stable coaching situation since he was like 15 years old when he went on with Juan Carlos Ferrero. Actually, I don't know if you read yesterday, but someone asked him, they said, hey, if Federer asked you to be your coach, would you do it? He said, I admire Federer. Oh, double fault from Bublik, getting us to deuce here. So Carlos said, I admire Roger immensely, but I could never like leave Juan Carlos Ferrero. He's like a father to me. So that's I think that's kind of shows you the difference in those two players and the stability of their coaching situations. Oh, nice second serve there. Backhand slice wide from WAWRINKA. So Bublik advantage. 1 point away from a 4-all tie here. Oh, Jane, yes, you're right. They're playing doubles together later, Bublik and Stan. I believe tomorrow they're playing their first. But yeah, these two players that we're watching are doubles partners in this very tournament. Lamberto with the Italian flag. And yeah, it was Monterrey, I believe. She won it the last 2 years. And last year, I watched that finals match. It was against Osorio? It was an interesting. It was weird. There was like during match point, the lights turned off, and there was like a 5-minute delay, and it really impressed me because Layla saved like 3 or 4 match points, and especially during that time when there was like a delay in the middle of the game. So yeah, it was a pretty good gutsy effort there. All right, here we go. 4-all now as Bublik ended up taking that game. WAWRINKA, easy first point, comes back unreturned. 15-love. So far, it's just been all serving. And return from Bublik on the out wide serve is wide itself. So 30-love now for WAWRINKA. WAWRINKA, both players are cruising. Huge first serve winning percentages. We got 87 for WAWRINKA, 90 for Bublik. And neither has faced a break point yet. 40-love, another serve out wide. Bublik tried to just block back, but hits that into the net. Gobi, where you at? Okay, 40-love. Serve out wide, and serve and volley is beautifully done. Backhand volley for WAWRINKA, and we finally have our first game to love. All right, that was a beautiful backhand volley as he was coming to the net. All right. Capricorn asking, is Sakkari going to win a title, any title in 2023? Whew, man. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to make of her right now. She is... This is funny. Kathy saying, only if it's a walkover, Capricorn. Yeah, there you go. She needs someone to get injured right before the finals start. Yeah, honestly, man, I'm not sure. My gut is almost gonna say no. I don't want that to be the case. I'm not a huge fan of hers, and I'm not a fan of hers. It would be nice to see her kind of overcome whatever it is that has her blocked later in tournaments. And yeah, I honestly, she's an enigma. I really don't know on that one. Would you guys say this is business end? Is it business end? I'm not sure. Well, Bublik is serving to stay in the set. I don't think it's business end yet. These two have been too solid on their serves. All right, first serve is long. Second serve is up, is good. Backhand slice return. Backhand Bublik. Backhand slice again. Wawrinka. Forehand Bublik. Forehand Wawrinka. Backhand Bublik. Backhand Wawrinka. Backhand Bublik. Backhand slice Wawrinka. Backhand Bublik. Backhand up the line into the net from Wawrinka. 15-love for Bublik. GSL saying, I like that Osorio Fernandez match. Yeah, that one with the crazy power outage at the match point stage. Camila looks like she has raised her game a bit for this year. She's delightful to watch. Yeah, she is. I think she turned a lot of heads. Did she play? Is it Iga or something? And she got beat, but she played pretty well. And Twitter was a buzz. They were saying if she can kind of keep playing like this and improving, she's got a really good game style. Fun to watch. So there's a nice easy serve +1 inside out forehand winner from Bublik. Steps in. First serve was long. Second serve coming up at 30-love. Is up. Backhand return. Now drop shot from Bublik. Stan gets to it, redrops, and then Bublik tries to go over his head, but Stan wasn't high enough. Stan does a backhand smash, or backhand overhead. Those are never easy, but he made it look pretty easy there. So, yeah, Bublik with the drop. Stan with the redrop, cross court. Then Bublik tries to do the lob, but no. Nicely done there from Stan. So, 30-15. Bublik first serve into the net. Gary, Maria needs to win a semifinal in order to win a final. Nice backhand return there. Now we got a backhand Bublik cross court, backhand Stan, forehand Bublik, forehand Wawrinka, backhand Bublik, backhand slice Wawrinka, forehand Bublik, forehand cross court is long from Wawrinka, 40-15. Yeah, very, very interesting. And also her prize money. I was doing her match. It was Sakari versus Vekic. And Vekic had, I mean, I think Sakari had more prize money, but Vekic had won like 4 tournaments, like a couple of ITFs and three other ones. It was funny. It was like she had 1 tournament victory. As Stan steps in here and rips a forehand winner up the line. So now it's 40-30. Bublik. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it was just interesting because Vekic had won less money, and it just shows that Sakari is always consistently in the top 10 rankings wise, and she makes it far enough to earn a great living, like a phenomenal living, without having the trophy case that others have in her situation. Hey, baby, how you doing? You looking outside the window? Okay. Bublik, nice serve out wide at deuce, and it's returned up the middle. Now we have backhander from Stan, and we have our first break point, and it's a set point as Bublik gets his way to the net, and Wawrinka tries to pass him, and Bublik gets a piece of it on the backhand, but dumps that into the net. He was there, just didn't get it up enough. So now, here we go. Set point number 1 for Wawrinka on the Bublik serve. This is kind of how the year's been going for Bublik. He didn't face a single base break point, and now in the first chance to lose the set, here it is now. Forehand from Wawrinka goes into the net as Bublik made his way to the net, so saves the set point, back to deuce there. Yeah, Gary saying to Capricorn, remember when he used to say, how is Wozniacki ranked number 1 without winning a slam? Yeah, that's kind of the equivalent, obviously without the slam, but also any other big tournament, for sure. Nice serve up the tee, desperation return. Nope, that does not come back over. I thought it might, but it didn't have the legs. So Bublik, really nice couple of serves after being down set point. Capricorn, I'm assuming everybody on tour wants to play Sakura or Ons in finals. Kathy saying Osorio is a fun player, feisty, good mover, a lot of fight. She's improving on hard courts and is a challenge for anyone on clay. Yeah, I know she's definitely very at home on clay. But yeah, a lot of people saying some positive things from her. Definitely. Hey, looks like we got a visitor here. Welcome. As Bublik takes that 5-all. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy?
How's it going, mate? I thought I'd just jump in. I've got a spare like 10-15 minutes. I'll just finish work and then I'll just whack something in the oven. So I'm just going to be doing like a pre-Valentine's dinner. So a bit of lamb just popped in the oven. I've got to go in and sort out the rest of the bits in a minute. So I thought I'd come in and just enjoy this. Didn't we just have set point there a second ago?
We did, yeah. No one faced a single break point all match, and then Wawrinka had a chance at 30-40 there, but Bublik with a few big serves to bring it back to level. So yeah, it's been a pretty good one so far. Everyone's been solid on their serve. Nothing crazy. However, there's been a few really cool cat and mouse points.
Nice. I mean, this one, interesting one, considering Bublik and his complete implosion in the last tournament that went viral across the internet. Interesting to see if he can hold it together in this one.
Absolutely. He's doing, I'd say he's doing all right. And I don't know if you know this, but these guys are doubles partners in this tournament as well.
Oh, really? Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Which I never, beautiful backhand volley put away cross court by Bublik there. So Wawrinka facing a little bit of adversity. He's down love 30 now for the first time anyone's been down love 30 in this match.
Interesting. Well, Bublik looks like he's playing well there. Came to the net well, put away the volley. Just a quick hello to Lamberto there. Kathy, how are you doing, Kathy? Good to see you. And we got a Capricorn in saying, Ben, your hair looks great. Oh, thanks. Trying my best.
It's that Valentine's look.
See, I've got the old roll neck on as well. I'll roll it all the way up. There you go. Got John Silk thinks I look like a James Bond villain with this on.
Solid overhead put away there from Wawrinka. So relieves a little bit of the pressure. 15-30 now on serve.
Who do you want to win in this one, Covey?
I think I want Stan just because he's kind of getting up there, and I've always loved his kind of ferocious backhand. I wouldn't mind seeing Bublik get back on right footing, though. I mean, he's 0-7 to start the year, but yeah, I chose Wawrinka. I've always loved his game, and sometimes I feel bad for him being in the era that he was in, but I'm also really impressed with the fact that he did end up winning 3 majors amidst the big 3, big 4 kind of thing. So yeah. How about you?
I mean, it's the nostalgia feel, isn't it? When you watch the likes of Murray and your Wawrinka, people like that, who were the only ones to really get inside that big 3. Obviously, you've got like the likes of Del Potro, who's not playing anymore though. But these are the type of players. They've got types of game, which I think Murray's the only one that was slightly different. His was more of an all-rounder type of game, whereas just the Del Potros and Wawrinkas, they can just smack the ball it's just an incredible sight to see. Murray, more of a percentage tennis player, grinds out his opponents, but tactical. I'd say tactically astute, Andy Murray.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that I wish for Murray is that he can, in the slams. I mean, I don't see him winning another slam, but I do want him to be able to make it through the first couple of rounds in less than 5 sets, because I think that really does him in, you know?
Yeah. I mean, 2 5-setters in and took 11 hours on court in 2 rounds is terrible for your like longevity in a Grand Slam.
Oh, yeah. And Wawrinka puts it away to take a 6-5 lead. I think we got to give him a little bit of button love on that one.
Go for it, man.
All right, here we are, Wawrinka.
That backhand, it's incredible. That Swiss man's unforgettable. Cause Stan's the man of the Grand Slam. Comes with his master plan. Saying, gotta fear of him, it's rational. This guy, he is a cannibal. On the court, he acts like an animal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal.
He's the Stanimal.
That's right. Yes. Come on, let's get some likes on this video. If you haven't liked it, make sure you do so. If you want to join our top tippers as well, which way is it? That way? No, that way. There you go.
Yeah.
Come on, jump on the top tippers. It's I never know if it's mirroring the image or if it's the other way around.
Yeah,
that's the problem. So yeah, it's that way. Go on.
Yeah.
If you want to send one in, help support the channel in these tough tennis times, in between these Grand Slams, it really does help us out. And we will be in the running for some Hall of Fame mentions come the end of the year, and you will be giving, well, we will be giving shout outs to everybody on that Top Tippers leaderboard. You are much appreciated. You're part of the GTL alumni, that's for sure.
Nice.
Joe Gann checking in saying, hey guys, just checking on Stan.
He's doing all right. Oh, we got Gene in the house. Hey everyone, says Gene. Gene's
Hello,
one
Gene.
of our all-stars.
We got Gary in saying engaged people are good looking, but Ben is a looker under any condition.
Hey, there you go.
Gary, stop. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Focus on the tennis.
I need to get engaged here.
I'm taken, Gary.
Yeah. There you go. Bublik. Big first serve.
Yeah,
15 love now. Serve out wide. And he goes +1 cross court. Oh.
I had Bublik to win this one in my bracket. I feel he might turn the corner. It's just mainly the serving, I feel, that works well here at Rotterdam.
Yeah, indoor hard court conditions that's one thing that Bublik can kind of rely on a little bit more than the outdoor hard courts that he's been playing, all these matches that he's been losing. I couldn't believe it. 7 in a row. That's got to be difficult. Well, and it makes you understand why he broke through 3 rackets in 10 seconds the other day.
Well, it does. I put this question to JG on the draw previews, and I said, do you think after the first one you still maintain that level of anger when you get to the chair and you still have to smash more of them, like, or is it just for show? Or I don't really understand, like, when you're angry in a moment, how long does that moment really last? I don't know. It seems like a little bit theatrical. And to speak about someone losing lots of matches in a row, Sebastian Baez, I think I didn't see him smashing rackets up on Twitter. And he lost, I think, 16 of about 17 matches, and he lost nearly every match from middle of last year up until this last week. And he won a tournament this last week, finally back on the winning road. Yeah,
no, I hear you there. I mean, they're also different players. Like Bublik is a known volatile entity, right? He's one of those guys who, if things aren't going well, he'll kind of act it out. I don't think Baez is like that, but I think that has to do with kind of like their personality.
Right. Well, it is tie break time, mate. Get that button pressed.
All right, here we go. Let's get this tie break one. All right. So Stan takes the first mini hold here. And so if anyone wants to get predictions up, you have until 4 points are played. If anyone gets the exact score and the right player, you get a free button. So you have 3 more points. Get the predictions in real quick. I'm going to star them. I got one from Gene.
You're very generous.
7-5 Stan.
Before the
Yeah,
fourth
right?
point. Before the fourth point. I don't know if I'm ever that courteous. I say get it in. After, if it's 1 point gone, I'm still already thinking
Oh,
you're
really?
waiting. I think people are waiting for sometimes to see what the score. If there's a mini break straight away, that sometimes tips the balance.
Yeah, for sure. I've got Manor Sapphire, who's Manoris, not Manor Sapphire, who told me on the last stream that they dated Borna Chorich. Believe it or not. And then at the end, they said, this is actually just Manoris at the very end. And then we got Max N with 80, Stan 8-6.
What are you going for, Covey?
I'm going Stan. I'm going to say 7-4 Stan.
I'm going to go BUBLIK. I'm going to go 7-5 BUBLIK.
Okay.
I think the serving will get it done.
Yeah.
He didn't have his first serve in there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Good backhand to backhand rally cross court. But that's wide from Stan. He doesn't like the slice as much as that big top spin, does he? Oh,
no, definitely
that's
not.
my signal, mate. I've got to just nip off. I'll pop back in a minute. I thought I'd just jump in, but I'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for joining.
See you in a sec. Hopefully, I don't ruin either player's chances.
All right, here we go. WAWRINKA on serve here. Forehand cross court. He's at the net. BUBLIK passes him, so it's 3-1. BUBLIK gets the first mini break, and that is it for predictions, y'all. So I have KC, I have Max, I have Colossal, I have Capricorn, I have Manor, I have Gene. So I have 6 people who have predictions in. So Capricorn, this is what happened. Manor is actually Manoris, but in the last stream pretended that it was a woman who had dated Borna Chorich. And so, yeah, they were tricking me. It was a troll job, but it was pretty hilarious. All right, WAWRINKA takes that with a nice big serve. So, oh gosh, that serve was barely in. Barely, 2 millimeters in. Okay, so BUBLIK now up a mini break, serving at 3-2. Manor saying Covey, oh my god. Beautiful serve. WAWRINKA got a racket on it, but could not control it whatsoever, and it sails way long. So BUBLIK is up 4-2 at the changeover. So we had, let's see, 4-2. So is anyone out of the running so far? We had a 7-4 for Stan. So that's still available. 7-4 BUBLIK, that's still available. 7-3 for Stan. No, that's not available. So Manor is out of the running. Okay, here's the serve now from BUBLIK at 4-2. Is into the net. Second serve here. Ball is up. Serve is good. Block back return. Drop shot from BUBLIK. And now WAWRINKA's at the net, and BUBLIK tries to pass him. WAWRINKA leaves it, and it was a smart move because the ball went long. So we got the mini break back now. Great hustle there to get that drop shot. Then hits one volley, and then BUBLIK's forehand off the second net shot from WAWRINKA goes long. So back on serve here. 3-4. Okay. Here we go, Stan, with the serve +1. The +1 doesn't do it. Yes, it does, actually. Bublik lobbed it. It looked like it was going in, but it was wide. 4-all here at the tiebreak. So everyone is still in the running. Well, other than Manor. Oh, so it's Manor. Like Manoris. Gotcha. Nice serve and volley from Stan there. Takes it. So we're back on serve here. Solid serving. And a beautiful backhand serve and volley from Wawrinka there. And Bublik now takes the reins. Still on serve here, 4-5. Ben has come back and joined us.
What happened to Bublik? There was 4-2 up last time I checked.
Yeah, he got one break back, and then Stan held his last two. So we're back on serve here.
Pop the potatoes in the oven, and then next thing I know, he's lost the last 3 points.
All right, and we got a backhand to backhand. Wawrinka, forehand Bublik, backhand Wawrinka, forehand Bublik, forehand Wawrinka is long. So Bublik,
Poor.
5-all there. Yeah, that was a easy rally ball. He just hit it a little too hard.
Interesting.
All right.
Max in saying there are a few contenders to win Rotterdam. I don't even know who will win. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. It's a potluck one. We've got a couple of interesting players floating around the middle of the draw. Medvedev and Zverev just at 7 and 8th seed. It's a bit of a interesting seeding situation we've got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who did you go for the win for the Rotterdam? What a shot there from Stan down the line. He's somehow got a set point out of nothing there. He was on the defense. He just literally just stuck his racket out and it flew past Bublik at the net.
Yeah, that was
a shot. That is. Boom.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the eagle eye or whatever, the hawk eye, but he literally got 99% of the ball out and 1% was in.
There goes my prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been feeling Runa lately. I feel like Runa might have a good shot at this. He's been on a good run. He lost in the semis there to Cressy in Montpellier. But I'm going to go ahead and say my gut is either Sinner or Runa. That's who I have for. That's kind of who I feel is on the best
from Stan down the tee. He takes the first set. The Stanimal. Incredible.
Woo! Should we give him some love on the button? I think so. Here we go.
The Stanimal. That backhand, it's incredible. That Swiss man's unforgettable. Cause Stan's the man at the Grand Slam. Comes with his master plan. Saying, gotta fear of him, it's rational. This guy, he is a cannibal. On the court, he acts like an animal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal. He's the Stanimal.
All right. So we have 2 winners. We have Capricorn BG and we have Gene. So both of you get 1 button. Let me know which button you'd like. 2 victors. Oh, we got one already. Capricorn would like the rude button. Okay. I wonder if that one is on here.
None of them are on there, mate. I'll have to add them.
No. Okay.
We're only just set up a fresh one for Rotterdam, so there's only Wawrinka and Bublik on there at the moment, I think.
Yes, you do, Gene. So let us know once we get the buttons up. I will. I'll play them for you. So we got 1 rude. And then Manor is picking Steph or Hubie to win this title.
Interesting.
You got a lover of the button there.
Which one? Oh,
the Stanimal. Oh, I love that song. The Stanimal. There you go.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a bit different to the rest. I quite like it. I like it when they've got a little bit of something different about them.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on?
Lamberto saying, I honestly don't think Yannick is playing Rotterdam off the Montpellier title.
Yeah,
He's
wait and see.
Yeah. I wonder who they'd replace him
Don't
with,
see
because
why
he
not,
is
though.
on. Sorry?
Don't see why I wouldn't play.
Yeah, he's supposed to play Bonzi in the first round.
I think that's winnable.
Yeah, same. Okay, here we are. Bublik serving, down love 15 to start off in set number 2.
I won't tread
so
on your toes too much. I'll let you carry on as you were doing it. I'll just be here as the color.
Oh yeah, no worries. Sounds good. Odd volley there from Bublik. It was over his head. Put away volley there. Steps in, makes his way to the net. Stan rips it at him, and Bublik just directs it downwards from over his head. 15 all. First serve is good out wide and return into the net. So 30-15. Bublik rolling on serve.
Quite fast that serve, 213 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, he can pound it. I was mentioning earlier that he reminds me a lot of Kyrgios in many ways. Big serve, good hands, the underarm serve, the volatility, Yannick's racket, the height. Although I think Nick's a little bit taller, but yeah, they have a similar vibes to them.
I know what you mean. I still don't know. It's hard to tell with Bublik. Like, is he really ever that annoyed, or is it just like for the cameras? I don't know. It's hard to know with a lot of players whether it's just it seems cool to just be just one of these like rebel players on the court.
Yeah, no, I do know what you're saying in a sense, because you feel like if you're really that mad and you're as good as you are with the skills you have, like, shouldn't you just be winning rather than like complaining about not winning type of thing?
Well,
So
yeah, you just go back and focus, wouldn't you?
Exactly, right? So that's
I don't know. Here. It's hard to tell, really. I mean, part of me thinks that you've got to have some characters on tour that are a bit controversial, because it just helps to feed the narrative. Unfortunately, there's a lot of tennis players on tour right now. That's a great drop shot there from Bublik, and Stan couldn't get to it. There's a lot of players on tour at the moment, and unfortunately for tennis itself, the young players are getting less headlines than the controversial players who are on tour. And I think that would be a good comparison to really put out there. Like, if you went out to the general public and asked them, who do you know more of, like, or who have you heard of before? More likely they'll probably say Bublik, based upon racket smashing, than they will say Casper Ruud or something like that. That's the problem with these type of, well, the way tennis is at the moment. There's the youth that are coming through aren't sort of, I don't know, they're not grasping, whether it's just tennis fans are so used to there being a big three and so used to there being big names that they don't know who to support anymore, or maybe the personalities just aren't catching fire enough. I don't know. So it's an interesting time in tennis to see who the crowds are going to really warm to. We see Alcaraz seems to be working. But after Alcaraz, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. Like a guy like Sinner, for example, based on how good he is at striking the ball and how he moves and how graceful he is out there, or a guy like Sebastian Korda, for example. Like, these guys are high-end, smooth players. I think also because there's been such a dominance of the big three, especially in the majors, and the majors is where you gain most of your new fans. So, like, for example, I think Alcaraz is going to have the crowd on his side for pretty much the rest of his career at the US Open, because people remember, these 5-set matches, was it 3 in a row that he won, and then the behind the back shot against Sinner, and these things that, like, the crowd was crazy, and he just had them going at him in the palm of his hand. So you need those types of moments, and the big three has kind of blocked the youngsters from having those moments just because they're so good. So I think, you need to make a splash, especially in the Grand Slams, in order to get your name in, like, the public's eye for tennis.
Something
Nice, easy
interesting
tactical
that
cutaway there.
I've been thinking of, and I think it may relate to every industry really now. When we look, obviously Rafa, Roger, Novak, they all plied their trade over the past, say, 20 years or however long it's been since back when they gained their first fans, when, say, 20 years ago, the world was a different place. You got to remember this. Like, there was a different generation. People loved people just for doing well at one thing, and that's that. I don't think the world is like that anymore. And this is what you'll notice a lot in music as well. A lot of the musicians that used to be just musicians and used to just tour the world, they were known for just being musicians, and that was enough. Now it's not enough if you're a musician only. You have to be a comedian and a musician. You have to be a model and a musician. You have to be a dancer and a musician. You can't just be a musician.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's enough to just be a tennis player anymore to get everybody on your side. And this is where Kyrgios, he does so well, because he's not just a tennis player. This is where players who have that extra, Alcaraz, he's a tennis player, but he's also it's almost like a performance he puts on.
For sure.
This type of thing, that you have to have another level, but still, everyone is going to have a different facet to their game. Who's going to be the joker? That's why Bublik, I can see why he goes for that route. I get it, because you're more memorable than half of the tour. But if you go for hitting it with the other end of your racket, people remember that more than everybody else. And that's the reality at the moment in the world. It's not just tennis; it's everything. You have to be a double threat, and to make it in these things. And it's not just make it as a professional; it's make it monetary. That's the thing. Like, because if you can put bums on seats, like Kyrgios has proved that he can do, that's worth more. Or even like Raducanu. She won the Grand Slam, but guaranteed, even if she'd have just got to the final of that Grand Slam, she'll be putting more bums on seats than a lot of the other people, because she's a double threat. And that's the thing. The double threat is such a big thing across every industry now, especially like the sporting or creative industries.
Yeah. It's like you have to be an author. You have to be a actor as well, like you're saying, right?
It's like an entertainer. Like you have to be a sports person. You have to be, you don't only have to be top of the sport and so skilled at one thing. You also have to have skills in something else. So say you could be an amazing musician and a sportsman or a sportswoman. That would be probably good if every time you got on the microphone for your acceptance speech, you did a Tyson Fury and started singing, but you were really amazing. Imagine someone does that. That would be entertaining. Everyone would be like, oh, I can't wait for their speech afterwards, because they always do a funny song. Or that's what the world's coming to, is you have to have something more to bring to social media. People want to cut you up and snip you and put you into different things That's what the world is. The world is clips, and the world is everything now like that. That if you can't view something about that player that's interesting within a 15 to 30 second clip, you might be forgotten.
Yeah, no, you're right. Definitely attention spans have something to do with it. And a guy like Kyrgios is very, very aware. On Twitter, people will. I've seen sometimes where in an event he's playing, they'll say, sold out within, whatever. And then Kyrgios will go on to the tweet and say, and reply to it saying, "But I thought I was bad for the sport?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. You know, because he knows
Yep.
that publicity, you know, that what is he going to do nextness of his style is just as big of like engagement, kind of gets people engaged as his tennis.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I mean,
yeah,
no matter what he does, he's always going to be like, he's already earned the reputation now for being the way he is. Like, even if he was to turn and change and go another way a little bit, Kyrgios would still, he'd be remembered for that. Oh, the guy who does all the like jokey trick shots, like whilst he's serving, or it goes to speak to the crowd, say, "Where do I serve next?" Then does it, like that type of thing. No one else does that. Like that's just a Kyrgios thing. He's sort of invented this sort of Joker style of play where you're on court, but you're so skilled you can actually have a laugh and still beat players. Like that. I mean, that is in itself amazing.
You know, and I really love that about his game. What I don't love is when he talks in between, you know, serves, when the other player's serving, or, you know, yelling at his box. But the thing is, and like you said, he also knows that that's not going to get people to turn off the TV.
This is it. Like, but he's there. He knows his role a bit. That's the thing. He knows
I think he's more aware than most other players that
for sure.
do that.
I mean,
like
he knows that he's capable of winning a slam for sure.
Yeah.
If he applied himself, but he doesn't need to, because is it all about winning? I think if he wins one slam in his career, he'll be happy. That's it. And that's my personal opinion. Just to prove that he could have done it, and that's it. That's all that he will need, just to say to everyone, "I did it." So, and then he'll sit back, and then he'll play minimal tournaments throughout the year, and turn up for. He's like an exhibition tennis player. He's like Mansour Barami, but on tour. Just playing for fun. That, and ultimately earning a lot of money, because a lot of people want to sponsor him. I mean, at the end of the day, he's still like a very marketable guy. That's the thing. You look at him, and he's not like a bad looking guy, and he has a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on around him. And as long as he doesn't do anything too controversial, people will sponsor him.
Yeah, no, he's figured out for sure. He's found his niche in the game and in the marketing game as well.
That's what you got to do these days. And everybody, you see it across all of these sports. Like, it happens in fighting as well. You get the best boxer in the world, someone like a Triple G. Guess what? No one can't sell fights. You could go 40 fights unbeaten, knock out 35 of them. No one knows who he is, because he's just very, very understated, doesn't say anything horrible, or just. But that's unfortunately the world we live in now. People need a bit of crap talking before. And this is where I was sort of saying to JG, maybe we're going to get to a stage where we need to have like face-offs in tennis, just to make it a bit more, get people a bit more invested. Like if Tsitsipas plays Sinner and says, "You're rubbish, mate, your forehand, I'm going to expose it in the next match. Like, it's terrible. Like, I'm really going to go, and I know all your weaknesses." Like, if they go head to head in like a press conference before, and they're actually, it might make it a bit more of a spectacle. Obviously, it's a gentleman's sport, but we're going into that sort of era where that could benefit like ticket sales, or it could benefit like the money of tennis, and get more eyes on the sport if there's more clickbait of people saying stuff that ultimately it doesn't really mean that much, even in fighting.
No, it's a really good point, because there's nothing whatsoever like that in tennis right now, unless, you know, someone has, you know, a Steph and Kyrgios play at Wimbledon, and then afterwards in the press conference they'll have their jabs at each other, like, "Oh, you were being a bully. Oh, he's soft." You know what I mean?
I want to see people put their reputation on the line beforehand, so it makes it more embarrassing afterwards if it doesn't come true. How about you stack your chips and say, "I'm all in on myself"? No one does
Yeah.
that. In boxing or in UFC, stuff like that, they do that. And think how embarrassing it is when you get knocked out after telling the person that you're going to knock them out. That's even worse. This is a tennis match, and
Yeah.
people are willing to do it there. So, well, I've got to go grab the oven again.
Okay,
Sorry,
all
mate.
right, buddy. Okay. Where are we here? We're at BUBLIK. We're on serve here. BUBLIK is down 1 set. We're tied 2-2, and he's serving at 15-30. Oh, sorry, missed a lot of the chat here, folks. Yeah, interesting. What do you guys think about I do have to this is Gary. Actually, real quick, we got a double break point here. Wawrinka's got 2 chances to take a break. We got forehand rally here. BUBLIK forehand, backhand from Wawrinka. Forehand BUBLIK, forehand Wawrinka blocks it. Actually, doesn't make it over the net. So BUBLIK saves 1 break point here. This could be a big moment in the match, folks. Gary, GSL, I do have to just slightly take issue with the you have to do something else discussion. Any future player who does what the big 3 did is going to get plenty of attention. I definitely agree with you there. Winning supersedes everything in the end. If you win, it's just what it is. I mean, I don't necessarily think we need to have this stuff. I just think we need to let the next kind of generation of kind of champions emerge, and the winning will speak for itself more so than the other anticky stuff. And also we got a double fault here from BUBLIK for the break. So huge moment as Wawrinka gets the first break of the whole match. Let me get this break button here. So what do you think, folks? Do you think Stan is going to cruise now that he's got the break? Let us know. So, yeah. So yeah, very interesting discussion for sure. I definitely don't see. The thing is, another thing is some players, they have their own personality, and some people don't want to be that rah guy or woman who's kind of, chatting about what they're going to do to you. They just want to go out and play and do their thing. So yeah, in the end, I think the winning is going to speak for itself more so than anything else. Yes. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Gene saying, be your own person at the end of the day. We don't need copycats of the big 3. I agree. You got to, and that's what I love about Alcaraz. I know you all may, whoever watches watch my streams, you may know that I'm a big Alcaraz fan. And he, one thing he does, he pumps up the crowd in a way that's not obnoxious to the opponent, because sometimes you can be a jerk about it. Like, I know, for example, Jensen Brooksby's had a few of those instances where he cheers when someone misses a point, for example, and the other player doesn't like that. Carlitos doesn't really do that. He only kind of cheers when he can sense the moment, and he can sense that the crowd is with him or with the match, and they're appreciating what's going on. So yeah, I think there are players that need to find their own way about it, and that's the best way to do it. Trying to be someone else is never going to feel authentic and bring in as many people, I think. Okay, let's see here. So Wawrinka, 15 love, up a set and a break, looking to cruise his way into the second round. First serve is long. Okay. So we're talking about Manor, backhand overhead at the net from Wawrinka is an easy put away, 30 love. Minor saying he won Argentina and Rio. Yes, he did. I believe Carlos won both of those. Gene saying Carlos defends Rio next week after this week in Argentina. Actually, no, he didn't win Argentina. He only won Rio last year. Yeah. And Lamberto saying, I really hate that Carlos gets compared to Rafa just because he's Spanish. Really annoying. He's his own person. Yeah, but I think in the game style, it's not, like Rafa's a little different in the game style. He wasn't as aggressive when he was younger at coming to the net. I think Carlitos is more like Roger in that sense, where any chance he has to get to the net, he takes it to move forward. So yeah, I mean, I see the comparisons, but I don't buy the comparisons because I just like his style is very different. Uses way more drop shots. Movement obviously is crazy from both of them, but yeah. Okay. WAWRINKA here. He's got a second serve, serving at 40-15. All is up. Serve is good. Return is a beautiful cross-court ripper. Stan gets that. Great defense, but then BUBLIK goes the other way. Backhand cross-court winner. 40-30 now. Nicely done. Yes, I agree with you there for sure. I think Carlos has like a mixture. Like I think his aggressiveness matches that of Roger. I think his intensity matches that of Rafa, and I think his movement and defense maybe not fully matches Novak. Novak's overall, I'd say, better, but he's in that realm. One of the best movers. So he has a little bit of each of them, but it's definitely he's got his own style for sure. Like Roger, for example, used to say that players use drop shots only when they have no other options. Well, Carlos doesn't use it for that reason. He uses it as an offensive weapon to say, okay, you come in here and then either you're gonna have to lift the ball up and I'm gonna put it away, or I'm gonna lob it over you if he hits a nice one. All right, we're at deuce here. We got a forehand rally. Now it's a backhand BUBLIK cross court, backhand Stan, backhand BUBLIK, forehand from WAWRINKA into the net. So now WAWRINKA faces his first break point of the entire match right after breaking BUBLIK in the last game. So let's see. Do we have a boomerang break? Let's see. We got Adel Divan saying, would there be a Carlos if there wasn't a Rafa? Yeah, I think so. I mean, just because they're born in the same place, of course he's going to be influenced by Rafa as a kid growing up in that country. Just like, young Canadian kids are probably going to look up to Chapo or Bianca Andreescu or Felix or Leila. It's just natural, right? But if you're good, you're good. And you're going to... Nice save there, and a roar from WAWRINKA. Serve +1, inside out forehand winner, and he's back to deuce. That was a really big point for Stan. I don't think he wants this match to go any further than 2 sets. So yeah, I personally do think, because if you're good enough to make it, you're good enough to make it. But yeah, he definitely has influence from Rafa. I remember people used to call Dimitrov Baby Fed. Remember the one-hand backhand, the movement, all that stuff, elegance in a sense. But I mean, how are you going to compare to Fed, man? BUBLIK with a drop shot. Stan gets to it and now stands at the net. Forehand volley winner. So he does kind of a redrop off of the BUBLIK drop. So it goes, okay, so we go the drop shot from Bublik. Stan gets to it, does kind of a redrop. Then Bublik goes down the line, but Wawrinka cuts it off and does a beautiful forehand cross court. Bublik is awkwardly laughing. Ah, there you go. You're saying I just wrote that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's natural, right? When you have, from your country or whatnot. So Wawrinka holds, and in the holding does a consolidation. Let's get that button. Where's my consolidation at? Consolidate. I don't see the consolidation button. We might not have it loaded up here. Well, just know that, oh, by the way, we've got, was it Gene? Was it Gene who wanted the Rude button? Rude? Or was it Capricorn? You guys let me know. Anyways, one of the buttons has been showed up. So at the next changeover, I'm going to do the Rude button. And then I believe that was Capricorn. And then Gene wanted the Runa. Yeah, he does. I've actually heard him say that if I'm out of a tournament, meaning Carlos talking about himself, he's like, then I always cheer for Rafa after that. Okay, now we got a nice little rally going on. Backhand cross court is sliced wide by Wawrinka. I spoke too soon. 30 love. Okay, Capricorn wanted the Rude. Okay, so the Rude button's up. So after this game on the changeover, we're doing some Rude love for you. And then Gene wanted Runa. Thank you, Gene. That one's still not up. Hopefully it pops up before the stream is done. If not, I will remember. I'll put a little note on my pad here. Oh, beautiful drop shot from Bublik. And then Wawrinka got to that. Very nonchalant right now. If you're watching this match, Bublik is very nonchalant. So Bublik does another kind of slice out wide and then does a drop shot. And then he looks like he kind of gives up on the point. Wawrinka gets to it, and then he just does a chintzy little overhead finish. And Wawrinka just took a little, with a nasty little drop shot. Wins that point. So now it's 40-15. Serve out wide from Bublik is too much for Stan to handle. 4-3. All right, let's give Capricorn the Rude button.
On the card, you'll be singing the blues. He got the shots, he don't know how to lose. It's eating up, cause he's lighting the fuse. He's Casper Ruud. He's Casper Ruud.
Gene saying I can always donate to let it be played. It's no, you earned it. I want you to get what you earned. However, the only thing is not all of for each stream we don't have all the different buttons loaded up because we'd have hundreds of buttons. So we don't have the Runa button at the moment. If it comes on, I'll play it. If not, on one of the next streams that I do, I will certainly play it. I'm actually going to write a note. I actually did write a note here. Runa button for Gene. Boom. We got the Runa button for Gene. So let's see here. 4-3 now, Wawrinka. Just a couple of games. Hey, you're very welcome, and good job on the perfect score guess. You earned it, my friend. Zach McDonald, is this a betting question? Do y'all think Stan gonna get 4 more aces? I'm gonna say no. personally. That's my guess. If you think he's 4 more for the rest of the match, because I think he's going to end this match in 2. A nice overhead put away by Stan there, 15 love. So he's only a few points away from this match now, getting close to asking those types of questions. Peter McConnell saying, I think Bublik going to win. Gutsy call there. He's down a set and a break. First serve from WAWRINKA is long. Second serve coming up at 15 love. Oh. Good serve up the middle, and Bublik can't handle that. Rips that into the net. 30 love WAWRINKA. Hey, check it out, guys. From Game to Love Tennis Podcast, check out Rotterdam daily pre-match previews at Talking Tennis. And there's the link. Give them a look. Okay, good serve. And an easy +1 ripper forehand down the line for 40 love. WAWRINKA seems to have the finish line in his sights. Or at least that's how I am seeing it right now. Looking really sharp here. Very, very sharp. Will he get a game to love? Yes, he will. And now Stan is just a game away from round number 2 in Rotterdam. The 2015 champion and 2019 runner-up, Stan WAWRINKA. He's looking to be only the 4th player to win this tournament twice, actually. Along with Monfils, Federer, and I keep forgetting. I got to look that up. It was an older player, I believe. Oh, beautiful put away volley at the net from WAWRINKA. So now he's only 3 points from the match, y'all. So this is in regards to the link I just showed you here. It says John Silk will take you through who is playing and his predictions. So take a look, John Silk. At Talking Tennis. There some quality tennis content there, folks. Nice serve from Bublik. Oh, a crazy return from WAWRINKA that landed on the line. Bublik then goes up the line, and WAWRINKA had a chance to volley, but he outstretched and hits it wide. So now 30-15 Bublik. So Bublik doesn't want this match to end. He wants Stan to have to serve it out. Serve is good. Return is into the net. So 40-15. Bublik just 1 point away from 4-5 scoreline here. First serve is good. Returned out wide. Now we got a backhand to backhand slice battle, and then a drop shot from Bublik. Oh, and Stan gets to it. Bublik hits this circus shot. It goes wide, but if he got that in, man, that would have been crazy. So Bublik does a little drop shot down the line. WAWRINKA gets it, and then Bublik does like a half volley kind of while he's facing his back to the net. But it goes wide. Crazy little point there, though. See, this guy's got... His skills are amazing. Like, to be able to pull a shot like that off where you're facing the wrong way, like, his skills are phenomenal. First serve is in. WAWRINKA steps around the backhand, goes up the line, but goes wide. So Bublik holds. Pretty easy hold. And now we have Stan the Animal WAWRINKA serving for the match. So you got KC giving a thumbs up to Talking Tennis. You got GSL. He says, I'm off, Cubby, and everyone. May the best man win. See everyone on a near future stream. Thumbs up, GTL Nole. Thank you, Gary. Always love having you in here. I'm a big fan of yours, Gary. I hope you know that. What are we at here for likes? 36. And we only have 41 people in here. So let's get those 5 likes. If you're one of the 5 people who haven't liked, please do so. We would love your support. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel. Also, you can find us on streaming platforms for podcasts, Spotify, all that stuff. That's actually how I found Game to Love. I just used to listen to the podcast on my Spotify while I was taking my dog for a walk, and then now I'm here. Manor is saying, Covey, I said that already. Bublik has a talent in the game. His mentality beat him every time. Yep, yeah, for sure. Bublik is a gazelle, but that's not enough for big titles. By the way, Covey, how was the Super Bowl if you watched it? Yes, I watched it. I knew, I'm not the biggest football fan, but I knew it was going to be a close match the whole way through, and I was right. And it was a really, really good game until the very end. It was like a really like a weak-looking call. Like, the thing is, if you don't understand football, and I don't understand it like I understand tennis or ice hockey, for example, but here's Stan serving for the match here. Serve and volley. Overhead put away for point number 1. Nicely done. Yeah, it was a great game, except it just looked like a really, like, if you don't follow American football, like, you see these guys bashing into each other at full speed and all that stuff. Well, the play that got the penalty at the end, which gave the advantage for the team that won, it looked so minuscule, like it had no effect on the play. But so it was a really weird kind of end. But the halftime show was amazing. Yeah, I didn't realize how many hit after hit after hit Rihanna had in her catalog. Just phenomenal. And the performance was crazy good. You got backhand to backhand battle going on. Backhand slice from Stan. Forehand Bublik across court. Now Stan forehand. Bublik forehand into the net. So Wawrinka now is 2 points away from the match here. Okay, got to get this button ready, this match point button, potentially. Gene is asking, thoughts on the great final between Isner Wu yesterday? Yeah, that was quite an amazing match. Wu just never, ever gave up, man. And the tiebreak as well was just bonkers. Was it 14-12? I mean, I just thought it was phenomenal. It showed great heart. Ooh, a nice ripper of a forehand winner off the serve for Bublik. So it's 15. This was 30-15. Yeah, I just thought it was. I just thought it showed the heart of Wu. How he. I mean, that forehand passing shot winner that he had was just crazy. He had no business winning that. Yeah, just to me, it just showed the heart. This guy's gone through tons of injury problems. And for him to be like seeing his potential, the way he dropped down after he won, beating Isner in Dallas in his home, I believe in his home state. So yeah, I thought it was an amazing match and well done for Wu and also for Isner. I mean, great performance. Can't win them all, but three tie breaks, that's not easy to do. Okay, here we go. Beautiful rally going on, and Wawrinka rips a forehand winner up the line to set up match point number 1.
Match point.
Yeah, Manor saying, despite Isner losing, he played at a really great level for his age. Yes, absolutely. And Gene agreeing. Yeah, it was a very high close. It was a wonderful match. Loved it. All right, serve out wide and return into the net. There you have it. It is over. 7-6, 6-4 win for the Swiss man, Stan Wawrinka. There you have it, folks. It was a good match. Their embrace, nice embrace. They're doubles partners, so they're buddies. And something's going on, having a little bit of a chat. Or Bublik is explaining something, not in a aggressive or antagonistic way, just something there. And yeah, both players solid. Wawrinka only faced 1 break point, saved it. Bublik only faced 3 break points, saved 2 of them. but that ended up being the difference in the match in the second set there. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Match is complete. We have, let's see, look at some stats. We had 4 to 6 are the aces. Wawrinka 4, Bublik with 6. 30 winners, Wawrinka, 12 unforced. Bublik 18 winners, 17 unforced. So that's a huge difference, plus 18 versus plus 1. Double faults, 0 for Stan. Bublik had 4. So interesting match. Both players pretty solid on their first serve points. 84 for Stan, 79 for Bublik, and pretty similar on the second serve. So basically, it was just that one break point was the match there. That was the main difference in the whole match. So let's see, what are we at? We got 40 likes. That's pretty good. Very, very good, actually. We only had about 45 people in today. So there you go. Well, thank you all. Let's see, Alfred, let's look at a couple of comments before I wrap this up. We got Alfred Benedek saying, as I predicted, the first set to be 7-6, second set will be a grueling 4-6. Nice. We got Manor saying, good game, Stan the man, goat turquoise, white horns. And Capricorn, so happy for Stan. Gene, congrats, Stan the man. Lamberto, Stan, clap, clap, clap. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had Stan winning in 2, so not a bad prediction from you, boy. As I toot my own horn here. Manor saying, thank you, Covey, for covering. See you next time. Have a good one. Stan Gasquet, what a throwback match that will be, says Gene. Yes, that'll be a great one, actually. We were talking about both of these guys, the elder statesman doing well. All right, that will just about do it for me here. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Really, really appreciate the comments, the likes, the engagement, the chat, the conversations. Always enjoy talking tennis with all of you. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And stay tuned always check out our channel, check out our podcasts. We always have stuff going on. I don't know exactly when the next match is, but if you look at our channel, it'll probably say something there. So once again, thank you very much on behalf of GTL Tennis Podcast from Vancouver, BC. My name is Covey, your commentator for today, saying thank you for joining me, and we'll see you very soon. Cheers.